we will start our class. So feel free to get comfortable on your mat. You can hit play on the start of your playlist. And we're gonna come to a child's pose to start. So send your knees wide towards the edge of your mat or rug or wherever you're at. Draw your hips to your heels, send your fingertips nice and long, and drop your head onto the floor. So I'll sit up so you can hear my voice, but get comfortable in your child's pose. If that feels not good for you to start class, you can always start in a gentle seated position or even lying down on your backs. Close your eyes, start to turn your attention inwards. So this pose, child's pose, or wherever you're finding yourself right now, is where we begin class to turn our attention away from everything external and move it inwards. So take a moment here, thank yourself for carving out 30 minutes of your busy day, your busy week to come to your mat and to focus on yourself. We'll start to take a couple of cleansing breaths to settle in. So on your next exhale, sigh out deeply any air you're holding in your lungs. And then inhale a fresh breath of air, fill your belly, your rib cage, your chest. Big sigh, open mouth, exhale, let that go. We'll do one more, even bigger. Draw air into your belly, feel your chest, your rib cage, your back expand, pull your breath into your throat. Open mouth, exhale, let your breath go. From here, find a natural rhythm of your breath. You might choose to breathe in and out of your nose, or just a natural open mouth, inhale and exhale. Try to keep the length of each breath nice and steady. From whichever pose you're in, child's pose or your back, we're gonna find our way to a tabletop pose. So you'll stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, press into the mat to feel your upper back expand and gaze down your nose. Inhale for cow pose. You'll tilt your tailbone high, shift your gaze slightly upwards, create a C curve in your back. You can be gentle, we're just getting moving. Exhale, cat pose, press into the mat, dome your spine up to the ceiling. You can draw your gaze back towards your thighs, tuck your chin to your chest. We'll flow here a few times. Inhale, cow pose, opening through your heart space. Exhale, cat pose, press it around. We'll do one more. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Press into the mat. Press your ankles into the mat. And then find your way back to a neutral tabletop pose. Maybe shift side to side on your knees. We'll get a little more twisting into our spine. So you're gonna inhale, send your right arm by your ear. Let me face this way so you can see me. And inhale, twist and open your right elbow to the ceiling. Gentle twist does not matter how high you lift, you're gonna breathe in. And then exhale, tap your right elbow to your left wrist, twisting over towards the left. Inhale, lift and open. Stay grounded and square through your hips. Exhale, tap. One more time, inhale to lift. Big breaths, exhale, twist over to the left. You come back to neutral, replant your right palm, and then we'll switch over to the left side. Inhale, send your left hand behind your left ear, open your chest to the left. Exhale, twist and tap left elbow to right. Maybe notice if this side feels tighter than the first or looser. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, twist. Most importantly, whatever you're feeling, just observe it. No judgment for what you find. Last time, inhale. Exhale, tap your wrist. And then come back to your neutral tabletop pose. Once again, you can shift your hips side to side. Spread your fingers wide, get grounded through your palms. You're gonna tuck your toes. Inhale, option to stay here or hover your knees 2 inches off the floor. Just getting a little bit of fire up in our core for 4, 3, hips up and back for downward facing dog in 2, and 1. Press into your palms, lift your hips, drop your heels, and then start to bring your legs a little bit straighter, but does not matter if they're fully straight. So I want you to prioritize lifting through the hips, and if your knees are gently bent, that is totally fine. You can pedal out your feet, Drop your heels one at a time, and your biceps will be right alongside your ears, so keep your gaze backwards. Start to settle into stillness. We're gonna work on our alignment just for a moment, so gaze forward, inhale, shift forward to a plank. In plank, you can always be on your knees, but just notice where your hands and feet are. Maybe you need to draw your hands out a little bit to get into your plank. And then press back to down dog without moving your hands and feet. That helps you set up your alignment. Let's take a breath here together. Inhale. Open mouth, big exhale. Keeping your gaze backwards, slowly walk your hands back towards the back edge of your space for a forward fold. So you're coming towards the back. No worries if you have to bend your knees a lot on the way. Find a deep forward bend. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Sway gently side to side. So you're rinsing out your spine here. Nice little bend through your knees. Let your head be super heavy. And keep your gaze back between your legs. Gently drop your fingertips down towards the floor. Take a nice bend in your knees, maybe till your belly touches your thighs. And slowly roll yourself up to stand. So you stack the bones of your spine, one on top of the other. So you make it up to a tall standing position. Take a few big shoulder rolls backwards and then forwards. Just getting out some of that tension. And then relax your palms down. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up overhead and breathe. So you're gonna pull your shoulders down your back. If you notice they're up here, so you can just relax them. Press into the floor to lengthen out your spine. Take a big inhale. Cactus your arms, gentle back bend, open through your chest. This can be a small movement. Squeeze through your glute muscles to protect your back and feel the gentle bend come right between your shoulder blades, your upper back. Inhale, lift back, tall mountain pose. Hands through heart center, exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. You're gonna bring your palms to your shins or thighs. Gently press into your legs to lengthen your spine. So you're creating a flat back from your tailbone out the crown of your head. Pull your core gently in and up, and you might feel a gentle stretch in the backs of your legs. Exhale, ball pose. Drop your hips towards your heels. Pull your knees into your chest. So you're creating a little compression. Your fingertips can stay grounded, or maybe you wrap one arm at a time around your legs. You might feel a gentle upper back stretch. Hold for a moment. One more inhale. Exhale, hips go high, lengthen out your legs, forward fold. We'll take that little flow a few times for our warm up. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana, reach tall. Exhale, gentle back bend, squeeze your glutes, open your chest. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ball pose, hips to heels, squat it down. One more time through. Exhale, hips go high, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain, arms go wide, make it nice and expressive. Reach up, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend, your deepest one. Inhale to lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Listen here for a change. You're gonna plant your hands and walk yourself out to a plank. Again, you can come to plank with your knees down. Hold for a moment. Reground through your palms. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Know that whenever we're in downward facing dog, which is a bit of our home base, you can come back to your child's pose. Hold for one breath. Feel your palms root down. Maybe your legs are slightly more straight. And we'll move on from here. Inhale, gently lift your right leg high towards the ceiling. Doesn't matter how high you lift. Just keep your hips square down to the floor. Breathe in. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. You'll shift your shoulders over your wrists. Feel your core work as you pull your leg up. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, same movement. Draw your gaze between your hands, and you're gonna step your right foot between your hands. If it doesn't quite make it, you'll just wiggle it on up, and then you drop down through your left knee. Inhale, sweep your arms high. low crescent lunge. So your right knee's over your right ankle. You're lifting up out of your hips, biceps by your ears. I like to keep this moving a little bit. So you start opening up through this left hip flexor. Notice the different sensations coming into your body here. One more breath in. Exhale, half splits. You'll lengthen your right leg. Palms go on either side of your right ankle. Fold towards your leg. Again, your front leg can be a little bit bent. We don't want to lock out our joints. Notice what's going on in your hips. You want to pull your right hip gently back, and your left hip might go gently forward to deepen into your stretch. One more full round of breath. Inhale, runner's lunge. You're gonna walk forward. Draw your right foot towards the right edge of your space. Sink your hips low for this gentle opening stretch. So your right leg might fall gently out to the right, or your hands are just planted right inside your right foot. If this is not enough of a stretch for you, you can come onto your forearms. Let me rotate this way to make sure you all can kind of see what's going on here. Just a gentle opening through this right hip. 2 rounds of breath. Each exhale, send it to an area of tension. You left your palms, return to them. Tuck your left toes. Inhale, sweep your right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. 2 breaths, hold here. See where you can soften, where you can relax. And then we'll take that on the other side. Ground down through your palms. Inhale, send your left heel high. Square through your hips. Press through your knuckles to take some weight out of the heels of your hands. Exhale, knee to nose, cat your back, come tall onto those right toes. Inhale, right leg or left leg goes high. Exhale, same movement, gaze between your thumbs, step your left foot forward. And you can wiggle it on up. Drop your right knee down to the floor. Inhale, low crescent lunge, sweep your arms up by your ears, second side. So I always notice a big difference side to side. My left side, my hamstrings tend to be tighter. Just kind of acknowledge that. Maybe move around so you lean into an area of tension. One more breath here. Exhale, flex your left toes, fold over your left leg. Half splits. So you want to think a little bit more of that cow back where we started rather than the rounded cat. This will help your stretch to the back of your legs. So you're drawing your heart out past your left toes, keeping your collarbones open. Inhale, runner's lunge. Draw your left foot towards the left. Bend into your left knee. Your palms come inside the arch of your left foot. You might gently roll your knee open, only if that's comfortable for you, so the sole of your foot would lift. And then you can lower to your forearms only if you're needing a little bit of a deeper stretch through your left hamstring. Notice if you lost your breath. Steady inhales and exhales. Inhale, come back to your palms. If you left them, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, downward facing dog, pedal it out. You can shift side to side. Awesome work, you guys. We're going forward this time. Inhale, gaze between your hands. Exhale, slowly walk your toes behind your wrists. You can generously bend your knees on the way and find a forward bend at the top of your space this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Find that nice long spine. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, mountain pose. You've been here before. Lift up, stretch towards the ceiling. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Drop your hips back, squeeze your triceps up over your back body, and sit down as if you're sitting into a chair. So you want lots of weight in your heels. Keep your gaze down your nose. Maybe you can lift and spread your toes. You have so much weight lowered into your heels. Your tailbone is tucking under rather than pointing backwards. Stay for an exhale. Inhale, just your arms move, chair pose. Sweep your arms up by your ears. I know it's a little uncomfortable. Continue to rotate your shoulders down your back like we did in mountain, so they're not shrugging up to your ears. One more breath in. Exhale, forward bend, melt it down. Nice, you guys. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. Listen here, exhale, low lunge, step your left foot back. So your right foot stays between your palms, just like where we were before. Get strong through your feet. Inhale, warrior two. Rise up and open towards the left side of your space. Now I can directly see you all. So you might straighten and bend through your front knee a couple of times. In your warrior two, your right toes point forward, and then your left toes will point at a slight angle towards the left and towards the front of your space. We'll take 3 pumping warriors. You're gonna exhale to prepare. Inhale, lift, tap your hands up overhead. Exhale, lower, rebend your front knee. 2 more, inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more, inhale to lift. Exhale, lower, hold here. Gently shift your upper body forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm comes onto the top of your front thigh and your left arm will reach up. So lots going on here. We have a hip stretch, a side body stretch. I'm gonna give you a couple layers here. If you want a little more in your hips, you can straighten and lower your front arm, pressing it into your front thigh. If you want more side body, send your left arm up and over your left ear. You wanna keep your right knee right on top of your right ankle, forming that nice, strong, straight line. Last exhale breath. Good job, you guys. Press into your front foot. Inhale, reverse triangle. So you'll straighten your front leg. Reach your your right arm up, and then gently back. So you're opening into your opposite side body here. Option to grab onto your wrist for a little bit of a deeper stretch. Magnetize your inner thighs towards each other so your legs are working lots here as well, even though we're stretching our upper body. Inhale. You're gonna take your right arm, stretch it all the way up and over towards your left foot, create a circle around the world here, and then you come into a wide leg forward fold. So you're just draping your upper body between your legs. You might shift side to side. Gently draw your toes in and your heels out, a little bit of pigeon toe. And shift weight towards your toes to lengthen the backs of your legs. Drop your palms down to the floor. And then maybe to your hips or out wide to a T. You're gonna engage your core. Inhale, rise up with a flat spine. Nice, you guys. Pivoting your feet forward, coming towards a pyramid pose. Your right toes point forward. Your left toes are pointing again towards kind of that left corner of your space. With this flat back, I like to keep my hands on my hips for this. You're gonna fold at your hip joints into a pyramid fold. So when you take this move, if your back heel pops up, you'll just walk it in a little bit. It's a big stretch for your right hamstring. Your fingertips do not touch the floor, no problem. You can gently bring them to your front calf. And think about that cow back rather than cat. So find length in the back of your right leg. Stay for an exhale. Little bit of balance work coming up. Inhale, standing L pose. You'll just start to hover your left leg. So your fingertips are staying grounded. If you need more of a balanced challenge and you wanna level it up a little today, your hands can come to heart center for warrior 3. Even if you just get here for a moment, see how it feels. 1 more breath in. Exhale, forward fold, left foot meets your right. Let that go. Big breath in, big breath out. We'll get our second side. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, burst up and open. Exhale, chair pose, airplane arms. You've been here before. Maybe you get a little lower through your hips. Not here for as long this time. Just your arms will move. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Let that go. Inhale, halfway lift. 1 more time, reset your spine. Exhale, low lunge. This time your right foot steps back. So your fingertips frame your left foot. Get sturdy through your feet. Inhale, warrior 2. Rise and open, facing the right side of your mat this time. You might be now facing away from your camera, wherever you put it. I'll try to describe what we're doing, but you did this on the first side, so you've got this. 3 pumping warriors to help us settle in. Inhale, straighten your front leg, lift and tap arms overhead. Exhale to lower. 2 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Start to shift your upper body forward. Extended side angle, left forearm to thigh, right arm goes high. So you're opening your belly in the direction of the ceiling while leaning into your left leg, into that lunge. So options here, if you want more in your hip flexor, your outer hip stretch, you can drop your left arm down and press in towards your left thigh to open your chest more, or send your right arm up and over your right ear for side body stretch. Stay steady through your breath, even when the pose starts to get a little bit challenging. You've got this. Inhale, reverse triangle, press through your left heel, straighten your left leg, lift your left arm high, opening up your opposite side body. Option for right fingertips on left wrist to pull up and back, finding a little more length through the entirety of your left side body. Again, magnetize your inner thighs as if you're gonna crumple your mat between your feet. Shift your gaze towards your right back foot. Around the world, take your left hand towards your right foot, and then to the center. Second time in forward fold. Maybe you're just a little bit warmer in your fold. If you want to take a shoulder stretch, you can interlace your hands behind your back, pull your hands away from your body. If that's not working for you today, no worries. Just focus on shifting more weight to your toes and breathing space into the back of your legs. You took this shoulder rinse, release your hands. Bring your hands either to a T or your hips with a strong flat spine. Rise to stand. Pyramid pose. Point your left toes straight forward. Pull your right foot in and point your toes kind of towards the corner of your space. Square your hips forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, pyramid fold. Hinge at your hips. So your front leg is straight with just a micro bend, a micro puff of air behind your left knee. And then you'll pull your right foot in until your heel plants. Big hamstring stretch, lower back stretch. You've been sitting a lot today or this week, you'll probably feel this. Deepen your breath. Little bit of balance. Inhale, standing L pose. Start to float your right leg high. You'll think about creating a T shape with your torso in your leg. No worries what it actually looks like. It's about what it's feeling like inside. Rotate the inner seam of your right pant leg to the ceiling to square your hips. Finally, option to hover your hands at heart center for warrior 3. Even if you just try it for a beat and fall out, you'll know you found your edge. Last breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot meets your left. Hang your body heavy. All right, we're gonna flow through that. One breath to one movement just to get a little bit more warm in our body before we cool it down. So stick with me. I'll try to keep it a moderate pace, but you know this in your body, so feel free to go faster or slower. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, left foot steps back, frame your right foot. Inhale, warrior 2, burst open. Right away. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, lengthen out your front leg. Around the world, exhale, wide leg forward fold. Hands to hips or out to a T. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, pivot forwards, pyramid fold. Stay for one breath. Inhale, standing L, left leg floats high. Option for hands floating to heart center. Exhale, forward fold, top of your space. So good, you guys. Last side here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, chair pose, airplane arms. Inhale, arms go high, chair pose. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, right foot steps back this time. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, round the world, take it to the back, fold center. Hands to hips or out to a T. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, pivot to the front, pyramid fold. Stay for one breath to settle into this stretch. Inhale, standing L, float your right leg high. Option for hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Amazing work, you guys. Draw your feet a little bit wider and take a nice sway through your upper body. Let that go. If you got a little lost through the flow, no worries. Just wanted to give you a moment to kind of feel the different poses in a breath to movement flow. We'll cool it down. I know we're almost at time. So draw your feet back together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ball pose, hips to heels. And then drop it down to a seat. Send your legs long. Micro bend through your knees. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, belly to thighs, gentle fold. Your hands can be on the floor, your shins, your feet. Let your chin come to your chest. Feel your heart rate start to slow. Inhale, gently rise up out of your fold. You're gonna plant your left foot, bring your right ankle across your left knee. Gently rock side to side here. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can lengthen out your bottom leg. Just pick up your foot and take a gentle side to side rock. Just getting a little bit into that right hip. Keep a nice tall spine. And we'll switch it out. So right foot down, left ankle over your right thigh. Gentle rock, or your right leg is long, and you'll just take a little sway side to side by holding your left leg. Both legs go long. Send your arms out ahead of you. We're going to take a slow roll down onto our backs. As slowly as you can, your very last bit of work. When you get to the mat for a moment, bring the soles of your feet to touch. Let your knees fall side to side. Close your eyes and feel the earth, the ground beneath you. Let your body grow heavy. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. And find a moment of gratitude for your body, for its ability to move, support you, bring you energy. If this feels good, you can stay right here. Otherwise, draw your knees to your chest. Come into a small, tight ball pose. Draw your knees up to your chest or your chin. Maybe forearms wrap around your legs. Give yourself a hug of gratitude. Flex every muscle and take a huge inhale. Exhale, Shavasana, our final pose. Lay your arms and legs long, taking up space. Rest with your palms face up. Let your heels lay inwards. Close your eyes. Just take a few moments here to let our practice settle in. I know you might feel a little funny. We don't really lay on the floor very often in the middle of the day. Just let your body grow heavy. Just observe how you're feeling, what might have come up for you over the past 30 minutes. No judgment. Maybe notice if you feel different than the start of class. Take a few moments in silence before I call you out. If you have more time this morning, I encourage you to take a longer rest. You deserve it. You can listen to the rest of the playlist or another song that's calming to you. If you're ready to move along with your day, gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Shift your head from side to side. Then we're going to make our way up to a gentle seat. You might roll to one side and then press yourself up. And keep your eyes closed if that serves you well here. And we'll take one final breath together to seal in our class. So sigh out any stale air. Inhale, take your biggest breath of the day. Fill up, lengthen your spine, lengthen the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Biggest open mouth, exhale, let it go. Let go of something you don't need for the rest of your day. Bring your hands to heart center with gratitude. Thank you so much for showing up today, for practicing. I'd love to hear any thoughts about class, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste. Thanks for coming, guys.